Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. We are talking about 3 major errors businesses make when pitching to media outlets. So if you could give some thumbs up, let me know you're here. Hey there. Thank you for joining. Hey, Franklin, you were like going to be the first one on today. I feel you. Let me know where you are watching from, and let me see some thumbs up to make sure that you are with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. We are talking about the 3 major errors that businesses make when pitching media outlets. Hey, Ernest. I'm good. How are you? Thank you for saying hello. I'm going to be back on later in like an hour, so I just wanted to tell you guys that, so don't get sick of me so quickly. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Mom. How are you? And we're talking about social media and the impact that it has on love and relationships, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Shade Butler is going to be my special guest, so I want you to come back for that, but I wanted to give you some real quick tips on how to avoid certain errors that I see businesses make when they're pitching the media. Hey, Marcus, how are you? Good evening to you. Thank you. Hi, Michael. Thanks for tuning in. So this just comes from me having interviewed a lot of people in 20 years. And also, hey, Satchel, thank you. And also just coaching now. I see, what people instinctively want to do, and it's usually not quite right. Hey, Felicia, honey, how are you? So the first big mistake is not having a strong story hook. Hey, Leonard Love. Hey, Kaiwanda, how are you, boo? Wanda, I'm sorry. I sounded all country. I sounded like Extra Dallas on that one. So the first thing is not having a strong story hook. So the fact that you've written a book, the fact that you're launching a product, the fact that you have an event, that really is not a strong story hook. And quite honestly, because I don't have a lot of time, so I don't have a lot of extra time for fluff and niceties, we don't care about it. Hey, Angela, what we care about as the media, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face, what we care about in the media is the effect that you're going to have on our audience. So the story hook really is the value that you're going to deliver during your interview. So say like Kaiwanda, you're a coach, you're an entrepreneur, and you specialize in single moms and helping them to create a life that they love. You've written a book, as Kaiwanda has. You have services, as she does. And so you look for the value that you're going to offer the audience that really is not about selling your product, your book, or your service. So the value that Kaiwanda has to offer is that she helps single mothers create the lives that they love, and she has ways that you do that. So if she was going to pitch or give a story hook, it could be 3 tips to creating the life that you love as a single mother. And so we know that there's a large population of single moms out there, and it would be a great topic for radio, for television, for any kind of, female-dominated magazine or print. So that's the story hook. So in whatever it is you're offering, you have got to find that story hook. Hey, Delisa, you just made my day. It's good to see you. And then the second mistake, the first one is not finding the story hook or not finding the value in the interview. The second mistake is not finding the right person to pitch it to. So just because somebody's name is in the jingle, as we say about Tom, or just because their name is on the show does not mean that they are the correct person to pitch it to. So you want to make sure, one, that you get it to the right person, because if you don't, then you just may not ever be, people might not know that you have this great interview, or you may irritate the person. So I tell people all the time, unfortunately, in entertainment, we all tend to have a little bit of egos, and media is considered part of entertainment. And unfortunately, you could run into an ego that gets irritated because you are going to the wrong person instead of going to the correct person. I would be at events all the time, and and be known that I was the producer of the show, but Tom was there, and so people would kind of just flick me to the side so that they could get to Tom to pitch this idea of the interview. And it's frustrating for me, and it's irritating, but it's also frustrating for Tom because he doesn't like to have to tell anybody no. And so, what happens is, he may say, oh, sure, it's a great idea, we'll get you on, and then he gives it to me, and then I have to be the bad person and come say no. And so he doesn't like to be put in that position. I don't like to be put in that position. So you just, end of story, you just want to find the right person to pitch the interview to. And then the third thing, and this is probably the biggest one, especially for business business owners, because not only are you trying to make an impact with your interview, you're also trying to create more income. You're trying to generate revenue. There's got to be an end result. And so the third big thing is that you're not set up as a business owner to capture the traffic that comes to your website. And so this is twofold. The first one, since MySpace, oh my Jesus. Oh my gosh. So the first thing is that your website just cannot handle the traffic. So you don't have enough bandwidth, or whatever the technical term is. And so just imagine if you do an interview on the Tom Joyner Morning Show, that's 8 million listeners. And so even if a small fraction, say just 10,000, go to your website, it could shut your website down if your website is not capable of handling that kind of traffic. That's the first part. The second part is that, and I'll context this by saying that I never suggest that you sell anything during an interview. So you may have a book, you may have a service, you may have whatever. I never suggest that you say, please go buy my book by going to my website. I suggest that you offer them something free of value. And most of us as entrepreneurs have this set up that, we give you something, you give us your email address, and then we can kind of grow that relationship with you. They say that it takes like 7 to 10 touches for people to want to purchase from you, because they've got to like, know, and trust you. And so the conversion rate is much better if on the interview that you offer them something like a lead magnet, or we call them, some of us call them freemiums because it's free and it's a premium item. You offer them a freemium for them to give you your email address, and then you nurture that relationship, and then you can, and we don't say sell anymore, we offer them an opportunity to invest. Then you can offer that to them, and your conversion rate is going to be much better if you, as opposed to if you do, the sell right on the interview. So those are my 3 quick tips. You want to first make sure that you have a good story hook, and not that you just have, you're not just emailing and say, oh, I have a book out, please buy my book. The second thing is you want to make sure that you find the right person to pitch, so that you have better chances of getting a yes for your interview. But then the third thing, especially as a business owner, because like I said, you want to create the impact and the income, you want to make sure that your website is equipped to handle the traffic, and then capture those people that come to your website so that you can nurture the relationship with them, and then present them with an opportunity to invest. All right, I'm giving you a free media planner. See, this is a good example of a freemium. I'm giving you a free media planner, and for those of you who are serious about building a media campaign for your business, your brand, or your book, and you can go to the website. I put it in the post. You can just click that link. It's bit.ly/media planner, NWM for Nikki Woods Media. And there's also an opportunity for you to attend a free webinar where I explain how to use a media planner. So all of that is gifted to you. Just go check it out, and I will see you a little bit later. Don't forget, I'm going to be talking to a relationship coach. Her name is Shade Butler, and we're going to be talking about relationships and the impact that social media has on them. And so hopefully we're gonna get some tips on how to do better. I don't know. You got to stay tuned. So I will see you guys later. That's going to happen in about an hour. Oh, I got to go. That's going to happen in about an hour. And I will talk to you guys then. Thank you as always for tuning in. I appreciate you. See you guys later.